Hey everybody, and welcome to SKILLZLIST. In this video, we'll show you a few tips for how to organize your Google Gmail inbox. These tips will get you using Gmail like a pro in no time. We'll show you how to set up the undo send feature, how to customize your stars, how to filter out specific types of emails. Now, let's go ahead and get started. So right now, I'm inside of my Gmail account. And the first thing I'm going to do is go to the gear icon in the upper right-hand corner. From here, I'll select Settings, and this brings me to the Settings page. Now as you can see, there are a ton of different settings, and I do recommend that you check these out. There may be some that are relevant to you, such as changing your default text. You can add a signature, so it will leave that every time you send an email. You can also have a vacation responder, so that you can type in a message, click the days and times you'd like it on, and it will send out an automatic response anytime that someone sends you an email. Now for today, we're only going to take a look at 3 different things, because as you can see up here, we could spend a lot of time looking at different settings. Now the first one I want to look at is under the general settings. It's called Undo Send. Now have you ever pressed send on an email right at the time that you realize that you've made a mistake or forgot to mention something? I'm not sure what it is about the send button, but this happens to me a lot, and Undo Send has been there to save me many times. So Undo Send, I can go and then select a certain amount of time, anywhere from 5 seconds to 30 seconds, that we'll be able to undo the send of the email that we have just sent. I'm going to set it to 30 seconds, which is the maximum time I can, and then I'm going to go to the bottom and click on Save Changes. Now, let's take a look at how this works. So if I click on Compose Email, let's say that I want to send this to someone. Down here for the subject I'll just type in sample, and then I'll type in sample email. Now, if I were going to send this, I'd click on Send, and right away it would send that email to this recipient. So click Send, and it will be sent. However, in this case, notice the message at the down. Here it says that we have the ability to undo. I'll click on Undo, and it brings up that email again. So now it has not been sent and I have access to it. And if I think, wow, that's crazy, I sent it to the wrong person, or I forgot to add something, or I know that there was a mistake right when I hit send, I can make that change. Now let's take a look at another feature, that is to customize your stars. Right now, if I have a message, let's say, for some reason is important, here we have one about YouTube creators, and if I click on the star, to the left of that message once, it turns yellow. If I click again, it goes blank again. So I do have the ability to start it and set it apart. We do have the option, however, to set up even more of these stars, which can really help when keeping your emails organized. Now in order to do this, I'm going to go back to the settings. So I'll click on the gear icon, Settings, and scroll down again. And now right below Undo Send, you'll notice a section called Stars. Currently it says in use, and I have the yellow star, the one that when I pressed on that, it came up, and when I pressed again, it was blank. But look at all the different options that we have down here. In other words, maybe I want stars to be ones that stand out a little bit. However, I want to set a blue star for ones that are urgent, that I need to act on ASAP. So here I can drag that blue star up to the in use and have it there. Now let's say I want to use another one, and there are many different icons we can use here, but I want to use the question icon. This is for any time that someone asks me a question that I need to respond to them for. So I'll set that one up there as well. Now the order does matter, because when we go back, as you click on them, this is the order they'll appear. I like this order, so I'm going to keep it the same, and once I do this, I'll click on Save Changes. And go back to my inbox. Now, when I click on the star to the left, notice that. Click it once, it turns yellow. And click to back to blank. Clicking twice, it turns blue. And click to back to blank. Clicking 3 times, it turns the question mark. I think this is a useful feature for keeping your emails organized. Finally, let's take a look at one more feature, and that is to filter out specific types of emails. There's often times that you get repetitive emails that constantly clog up your inbox. Well, we can take care of that. Here, in my inbox, I have one from YouTube creators, and I receive a lot of emails from YouTube creators because I do have an account with them, and I have notifications set up. In order to do this, I'm going to click on the email. And then on the right-hand side from the drop-down menu, I want to click on Filter Messages like this. When I do this, it brings up another box that allows me to customize the type of emails that I want to filter. Here, it first defaults to where I got it from. And, actually, all of these are from noreply@youtube.com. If I wanted to take this out, I could, and say if there is ever a specific subject line, I want to filter those out. If it has these keywords, if it doesn't have things like that, then I can filter them out. Now once you have it selected, you can click on Create Filter within this search, and it asks what we want to do with those emails. We can have them skip the inbox, we could mark them as read, we can star them, we can apply a label. So in other words, I have a YouTube label set up, I can have them directly go into one of this folder. As well as you can have it be deleted, send it to spam, and other things. In this case, I'm going to click Apply the label and mark as read. Then I'm going to go down to Also Apply Filter to 2 matching conversations. Once I have that done, I'll click Create Filter, and if I go back to my inbox, it automatically has that gone. As you can see, now I have a YouTube label and mark as read with those emails. So these are just a few tips for Gmail that can help you to unsend an email or organize and declutter your inbox. If you're a Gmail user, hopefully these are some tips that you can make use of. If you have any questions regarding another feature, feel free to write a comment below the video. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, Skills List. Thank you and goodbye.